Roll sound. Sound rolling.
The Nova 2 has 8 analog outputs and a possible 16 AES outputs. The 8 analog outputs are on the 4 TA5 connectors on the left-hand side of the Nova. Bear in mind outputs 1 and 2 are repeated on the adjacent TA5. AES outputs are spread across the two 15-pin D-sub connectors on the side and rear. The side D-sub outputs the 8 AES buses and the rear D-sub outputs a possible 8 AES from the RX modules 1 and 2. Press and hold the 4 output key to access the output pages. You can use F6 to assign a track to buses 1 to 4. Use the menu rotary button to assign a track as shown. On the same page you can mute your outputs on Setup Outputs. Here you can mute the 8 outputs individually for different scenarios. Normal, output is not muted. Mute rec, mute in record, mute stop, mute in stop, mute rec stop, mute in record and stop, mute play, mute in playback, mute rec play, mute in record and playback, mute play stop, mute in playback or stop. Press back or press and hold the 4 key to access the output pages again. Use F7 to access buses 1 to 4. Turn the rotary menu to select the input or track. On buses 1 to 4 you can assign any input pre or post fader. An X symbolises post fader and a P pre-fader. You can also assign SL, COM or tone. You can toggle between inputs using F9, F10 and F11 keys. Press F8 to access buses 5 to 8. Each time F8 is pressed, the next output is selected. Once you reach the last output, pressing the F8 will send you back to output 5. On outputs 5 to 8, you can send buses 1 to 4, tracks, slate, comms, tones and returns 1 and 2, all post fader. On the Nova, you can also affect buses 1 and 2 via the ENG page. To access this page, press the star key to cycle through the home pages. You can easily send the inputs to bus 1, L, bus 2, R or both C, as shown here. That's it for outputs.